the rest of your life. Thanks for coming in. Hi, everyone. Hi, Roger. Thanks for coming. I'm Miss Katie, if you don't know me yet. So today we're going to be talking about veganism. We're going to be talking about why it's important to be vegan. Hi, TikTok over here and YouTube over here. If you'd like to come in and talk to me, you can do that. Okay, you just have to be polite and you have to be over 18. That's just one of the rules. Okay. So we're also going to be looking at this song. So this is a song and it's called, well, it's a fact and talks about what veganism is. Okay, so if you don't know, we're gonna listen to this and then you guys can come and talk.
Veganism isn't about food.
Oh.
Fact. Veganism isn't about the environment.
Let's start that over. Fact.
Fact. Veganism isn't about food.
That's right.
Fact. Veganism isn't about the environment.
Right.
Fact. Veganism isn't about your health. Veganism is a justice movement which states that humans should live without exploiting animals because, like children, animals aren't objects to be bought, sold, commodified, utilized, sexually assaulted, enslaved, or exploited in any way. Okay? Okay, so let's go over it again.
Let's go over it.
Veganism is a justice movement which states that humans should live without exploiting animals because, like children, animals aren't objects to be bought, sold, commodified, utilized, sexually assaulted, enslaved, or exploited in any way. Okay, let's sing it. Veganism is a justice movement which states that humans should live without exploiting animals because, like children, animals aren't objects to be bought, sold, commodified, utilized, sexually assaulted, enslaved, or exploited in any way. Go to That Vegan Teacher on YouTube and search for The Truth About the Animals You Eat. It's only 8 minutes long. We don't buy meat. We don't buy dairy. We don't buy eggs.
No eggs.
We don't buy leather.
No.
We don't buy fur.
That's mean.
We don't buy wool or silk.
That's right.
We don't steal from animals. We don't eat cats, cows, dogs, pigs, chickens. We don't eat turkeys. We don't eat frogs. We don't eat anyone. We don't go to places like circuses if there's animals there, or zoos because those animals have been taken out of the wild. We don't go to places like SeaWorld because we don't believe in kidnapping whales and putting them in little swimming pools for people to gawk at.
Yeah.
Yes, we get enough protein. Plants have protein. That's how elephants get so big and giraffes get so tall. Yes, we get enough vitamins and nutrients from all of the different foods that we eat. Yes, we take a B12 pill that costs 5 cents. Yes, there are vegans in the Olympics. The Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics has clearly stated you can be vegan at all stages of development, including pregnancy and lactation.
Let's go.
Veganism is a justice movement which states that humans should live without exploiting animals because, like children, animals aren't objects to be bought, sold, commodified, utilized, sexually assaulted, enslaved, or exploited in any way. Sing it again. Veganism is the justice movement which states that humans should live without exploiting animals because, like children, animals aren't objects to be bought, sold, commodified, utilized, sexually assaulted, enslaved, or exploited in any way. It's not a diet.
It's not a diet.
It's not a trend.
Definitely not a trend.
It's not about you. It's about them, the animal victims. Leave them the fuck alone. Them, the animal victims. Leave them the fuck alone.
That's right, leave animals alone. Now, I was just watching a live stream of somebody else over here on TikTok, and this guy came in and he called himself a pastor, a Presbyterian pastor. And he was saying that he thought that animals had no souls, that their whole purpose for being here was to be used by us. It didn't matter in what way, whether their skin was being ripped off. Oh, hi, thank you so much for thank you so much, guys, for what is this? Okay. Thank you for the galaxies, guys. Thank you for all the stars over here on TikTok. Anyway, it was absolutely shocking. I mean, this is why I have this necklace here. I think that we really need to promote science and we need to discourage religion because I have seen too many religious people who are really cruel. Now, tell me in the comments if you know of anybody who is cruel, who is in your religion. You know, this guy was on TikTok just a little bit, half an hour ago. And he was saying how he thinks it's okay to hurt animals. And he was saying just all this absolutely awful stuff. I mean, okay, so Janu says that she thinks that Jesus loves me. Well, look, you know, I think Jesus was a good guy. And of course, why wouldn't Jesus love me? I'm protecting the animals that God messed up and made. I mean, some of the animals are fine, but why would God deliberately make snakes who just sneak up and squish baby bunnies to death? Like, you know, so I don't even think that Jesus, well, I think Jesus existed, but I think he was probably a good guy, you know, but God, I don't even think God exists. And I think it's honestly doing society an injustice to teach people that religion is a good thing, because I don't think it is. Hi, thank you so much for the person who just put this cute little chicken on my shoulder and on my head. That was very nice of you. So look, we're going to talk a little bit about religion today, okay? Aw, thanks again. Hi, sweetie, little chicken on my head. You guys on YouTube probably have no idea what we're talking about. But on TikTok, over here on my other channel here, my other screen, they put decorations in. You guys, though, on the other hand, you guys put super chats over here on YouTube. And super chats are kind of cool because your comment will actually stay on the screen and I can respond to you. On TikTok, it's more like they're just decorating the live with these little kind of funny cartoony things. But on YouTube, you guys can write something. It's going to stay on the screen and we can talk about it. All right. The topic today is about religion. Now, if you have a religion that you think is good and it's actually made you become vegan, if your religion has helped you to be a good person, that's great. That's wonderful. But if your religion tells you to hurt people, or to hurt animals, if your religion tells you to strap down a baby at 8 days old and cut the tip of his penis off, which they call circumcision, which is actually just child abuse, then maybe you should leave that religion. If your religion is telling you that there's a sky daddy watching you all the time, it's kind of creepy. You know, I don't believe it. If your religion is telling you that you should be hurting animals, that's messed up. All right, so let's talk about it, okay? You guys over here put a super chat on the screen if you have something to say about your religion. Let me just see, I'll quickly, before it's going too fast, I'm just going to read guys here on TikTok. One sec. Let me get somebody in here. Okay, who's at the top of the list? Okay, somebody, their name is called, it's Alex. Okay, it always looks like his name says sucks or something, but I don't think this guy's actually bad. Well, let's get him in here. But meantime, you guys, all right, somebody, if you guys are writing bad comments over here on YouTube, you're going to be banned, okay? So somebody came here and said that they like eating on. Hi, Alex.
What's up?
Hi. Okay, welcome to the live stream. Can you just wait 1 sec? I just have to deal with something over here. Okay, so somebody just wrote here that they like eating animals. So this is not the place for you to say that. That's cruel. Okay, we're here to be kind. Even though you might think that, you're going to get a 10-minute timeout for that, okay? Don't write that again. All right, so you have a background TV on. You got to turn down the sound, whatever that is in the background, okay?
All right.
It's off?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so we're going to start right away with the dairy industry to make sure that everybody here knows what happens in the dairy industry. It's a cycle of misery. Can you please read this? These are the reasons that we do not eat cheese, the reasons that vegans do not drink cow's milk, and the reasons that vegans try to save animals. Okay, can you read this, please?
The dairy industry. Don't rape mother cows.
Okay, do you know how to read? I don't think you know how to read because it doesn't say don't. Okay, let me help you, all right? The dairy industry, they rape mother cows. Actually, they force them to be pregnant, and then they kidnap their babies. Okay, let's go over that again. The dairy industry sexually assault mother cows. They force them to be pregnant. They force them to be pregnant and then they kidnap their babies. It's messed up. This is why vegans do not drink cow's milk. Then they murder the boys. They murder the baby boy cows because they consider them to be useless. Because when they grow up, they'll never be able to produce milk, rather. So people kill them and eat them. People kill the baby cows and eat them. It's called veal. Veal. If you ever see veal in the store, that's a baby. It's just a baby. Baby pig. So sad. All right, so the dairy industry sexually assaults mother cows by tying them up, lifting up their tail, sticking their entire arm into the cow with a plastic glove all the way up to here, and forcing her to be pregnant. I don't know about you guys, but I'm against that. I think it's not okay to pin down a female and force her to be pregnant. And if anybody here thinks it's okay to do that, please leave immediately, because you're a psychopath. Right? This is for kind people right now today. This is for good people. This is not for insane people. Now, cows have as much right to their body integrity as we do. And cows do not consent to be forced to be pregnant. Let me just go over here for a second. Let's go here. Okay, just a second. I have some things here from TikTok. Okay, let's go here. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you very much. But yeah, I'm saying it again. We're not okay with the dairy industry. It's not okay to pin down a mother. It's not okay to steal her babies. It's not okay to cut the heads off of her boys. These are her children. This is the mother cow's children. It's not okay to repeat the cycle over and over. It's not right. So that's why vegans do not buy milk, cheese. We don't eat yogurt or ice cream. We eat the vegan versions instead. Pretty easy to understand, right? Okay? All right, so guys, we're going to just take a second here to listen, so you can listen to different other kinds of milks that you could have besides cow's milk. Don't drink that.
Drink soy milk, oat milk, rice milk, almond milk. Don't steal milk from a cow. Be vegan, start right now. Follow that vegan teacher. She will show you how.
And that's me. Now, soy milk is the healthiest. Oat milk's also good, though.
Drink soy milk, oat milk, rice milk, almond milk. Don't steal milk from a cow. Be vegan, start right now. Follow that vegan teacher. She will show you how.
All right, so now you know the type of milk that you can drink, and you can eat any fruit, any vegetable. This here is a flag that represents freedom. This is a freedom flag. I want you all to come out as vegan. I want you to tell everybody in your family that you want to be vegan now, because when you come out as a vegan, you will be saving 100 animals per year, okay? So you like this flag? You know what's great about it? It represents all the different foods that you should eat as a vegan. Now, if we look over here, I'm going to get started. Let me have a look here. You guys on TikTok, you guys write as many vegan foods as you can think of, and you guys over here on YouTube as well, okay? I'm going to read them out loud. So it helps you guys to learn, okay? The kind of vegan foods you should eat. Start with white, okay? TikTok, write some white foods, and you guys over here also. See if you can think of it. No, it's not the time to come out as gay, guys. I know you all like to announce that you're gay, but I don't know why you do that here. Okay, we're coming out as vegan. Okay, this isn't about you. This is about the animals. I know it's hard for people to think beyond themselves. Some people have a really hard time with empathy for others, but you know, I don't really care if you're straight. I don't care if you're gay. I don't care if you're bisexual. We're not coming out to talk about ourselves. We're talking about the animal victims, okay? And what we can eat instead of them. All right, so cauliflower, yes, very good. Somebody over on TikTok wrote cauliflower. Thank you very much for that. And let's look over here. Let me see, somebody says, Saki writes, that flag doesn't mean what foods you eat. Yes, it does. Of course it does. It is a freedom flag. It's about freedom for all. Freedom for everyone. Guys, if you want to put a super chat in, it'll be easier for me to read because it's going much too fast. But thanks to everybody who understands. Okay, over on TikTok, what do we got? Somebody's saying tofu. Very good. Thank you, Marjorie. Thank you, Doe, for saying tofu. Guys are looking for vegan foods that apply to this flag, okay? See if anybody has one on YouTube over here. No, it's not a gay flag. What's so gay about it? Why? No, it's a freedom flag. This is an anti-oppression flag. It's against oppression, okay? It's a liberation flag. Liberate the animals, liberate the people, be kind to everyone, don't be cruel. Don't be cruel. Okay, so we're going to, somebody already on red. Okay, let me just finish with white. So tofu is vegan, and that's white. We also have cauliflower, and somebody else on TikTok said salt, which is really interesting, right? Because salt is also vegan. Now look at this little black part here. I put that on myself, see? This is like an elastic. And the black part is for pepper. So salt is vegan, pepper is vegan. Oh, I have a super chat over here. Hold on a second. Somebody's name is Earth. And somebody writes, Jesus Christ is good God save her. Jesus Christ is a her now? Can you guys ever use punctuation and spelling? Like you wrote, this is your exact sentence, okay? Jesus Christ is good, God save her. Okay. I didn't know that Jesus was a female, but if you say so, Earth 4203, I mean, whatever, you know. I don't really know if anyone's ever really seen Jesus's penis or vagina anyway, but whatever, okay? Okay, you do you, all right? But thank you for being here, and thanks for the super chat. All right, it's getting back over here, okay, TikTok. Hold on one second, TikTok. I'm going to restart the live stream over here on TikTok because seems to be some sort of a problem with it. That's funny. Okay, yeah, we're gonna restart on TikTok. If you guys are on TikTok, that's fine. And you guys on YouTube, what else are you writing here? Okay, salad. Yes, salad is green and salad is vegan. Thank you. Anybody else? What's this? Allah Akbar. No, we're not talking about Allah right now, okay? We're talking about being actually against religion. Okay, so you're going to go in a timeout. Okay, you're going to go in a timeout for 10 minutes right now. We're not interested in Allah. We're not talking about God. We are talking about how to be sane. And we all know that Allah or God is either drunk, stoned, lazy, stupid, dead, cruel. Allah is not helping the animals right now. God is not helping the animals right now. Who's helping the animals? Vegans. Vegans are sane. Vegans follow science, and right now what we're trying to do is we're looking at different ways to help the environment to rewild the land. So after we get rid of all the factory farms, what are we going to do with the land? Well, we're going to rewild it, but we're not going to put animals on there that people are going to shoot in the head. We're going to rewild the land veganically. It's called veganic farming. Veganic farming is super cool, all right? So that's what we're into. Promote science, discourage religion, strive to be vegan. So why is science important? Because any science experiment that you do today, and if you get a certain result for it, you'll get the same result next time. Okay, here, watch this, okay? Gravity exists, you see? I can prove it to you. Gravity exists, all right? It's also going to exist 30 seconds from now. That's science, okay? Right, ready? Even 5 seconds from now. Here goes. Gravity exists. Mic drop, pencil drop, gravity exists. That's science. Science is good. Religion is bad because religion teaches people to do bad things. Religion encourages people to hurt animals. Religions encourage people to not think clearly. Religions encourage people to be cruel to women. Religions, like, look at Christianity, look at the Pope. The Pope right now is only a man. Why is it that the Pope is a man? And why is it that we can never have a female Pope? That's sexism. Why do the Jewish people pin down babies and decide that they're going to take a scalpel and cut the tip of the penis off of the boy at 8 days old? Just think about how messed up that is. I saw that done. I'm a registered nurse. I saw it done when I was 16. And I almost fainted, but at the same time, I almost murdered the doctor who was doing this. I was like, what is going on? I was so shocked. I was like, what are you doing to this baby? And I do already at a young age that religion is messed up. And since then, I've been waiting for people to prove to me, you know, you guys are welcome if you want. You can prove to me that religion is good. I've never seen it yet. I have no proof that religion is good ever. Even my own religion, which is a Unitarian Universalist religion, you know, even them, they're not continuously making sure that there's no dead animals on the table. Like, what is that? You know? So call out your religions, change your religions from inside, and that's the way to go. You know, just basically change your religion. If your religion is not good, then change it. Simple as that. And it's time.
Christians, Muslims, Jews.
What?
Time to change your religion like you change your underwear. Change your religion. Show God that you really care. Change your religion. Wanna try something new? Use your critical thinking skills to question all you eat, drink, buy, think, say, and do. Time to change your religion if it tells you to be cruel. Change your religion if it has a strange or crazy rule. Change your religion. Wanna be an atheist every Sunday? What's important no matter what is that you don't listen to what all the mean people say. So change your religion like you change your underwear. Change your religion Oh, do you really care? Change your religion. Wanna try something new? Use your critical thinking skills to question all you eat, drink, buy, think, say, and do. Woo-hoo. Sing this song and be vegan from now on.
There you go. If your religion is telling you to do weird things, change your religion. If your religion is telling you that women have to cover up their heads with scarves, change your religion. If your religion is telling you that God wants you to cut the tip of your little baby boy's private part at 8 days old, it's time to run away from that religion. Do not stay in a religion that is telling you to be cruel. If your religion thinks that you need to sacrifice an animal in order to make God happy, then your God is messed up. You need a new God. All right, I got a super chat over here. Let's read this. This person's name is Flo. Thank you, Flo, for being here. And I see that you are from the UK. So Flo gave a $5 money here and wrote here. What about Buddhism? It promotes vegetarianism and veganism and focuses less on worship, unlike most of the others. Well, I know what you mean. Buddhism does sound good, doesn't it, on paper? But the problem with Buddhism is that the Buddhists that I know are actually still eating animals because they just say, you know what, we'll just eat whatever's donated to us. And that's not okay. Buddhism should be stronger in their beliefs, should be stronger in their ethics, should be stronger in their morals, and should actually be more strict. That's it, okay? Buddhism sounds good on paper, but besides that, they wear those outfits where, one arm is not covered and the other one is, and I would just be cold. Let's face it, I would just be cold if I was a Buddhist. I do like the idea of the shaving of the whole head, though, Never have to worry about this happening, No, but in all seriousness, okay, Buddhism does seem like a pretty good religion, but it's not that great because, like I said, there's some hypocritical people there. Okay, let's go here still. Glory Carlos writes, poor cows, why do they kill baby cows? Exactly. I'm going to press like on your comment. Thank you for being sane. Glory-Carlos Sanders 973. This person's actually sane over here on YouTube. Thank you. Poor cows, you're absolutely right. I mean, why would anybody want to do this to the cows? It's insane. I mean, it is so horrific. And when good people finally realize this, they should immediately become vegan, immediately stop drinking cow's milk. Now, if you're a feminist, feminists can be sometimes the worst. Hey, thank you so much, Bubble, for the heart. That is really nice. Nice pink heart over here on TikTok. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so it says here, they rape the mother cows, and that's true. And they kidnap their babies, murder the boys, steal their milk, repeat the cycle over and over, all of this terrible stuff. Now, a feminist, a woman who first hears about this, the first thing she should think is, well, I would not want somebody to sexually assault me. So therefore, I'm not going to pay for it to happen to other females. Now, there's all kinds of people like Call Me Chris, who's somebody who's quite famous. She has a large following. She was crying and saying that she had been sexually assaulted as a teenager. So I pointed out to her, that sucks. That's a terrible thing if that happened to you. And therefore, by the way, when you drink cow's milk or you eat cheese or you eat yogurt, I mean, you're paying for someone else to be sexually assaulted. I told her that. And she didn't stop, though. So, women are not really any better than men. I mean, when you think about it, women would not do a better job of running the world than men would. I don't think so. I mean, we like to think so, right? And it is true that there are more women who are vegan than men, but still, there's a lot of women who are just pretty cruel. So I want you guys to be vegan. Let's get somebody in here talking from my TikTok channel. We got somebody named Bubble. Hey, Bubble. Hopefully Bubble can read. I'm going to read some cards over here. Random vegan.
Hello, Jackie.
Hi, my name is Katie, Miss Katie.
Oh, hello. Nice to meet you.
Hi, and your name is Bubble. All right.
Yes, I am Bubble, yes.
Okay, hey, Bubble. Tell me what you know so far about veganism. What do you know?
Well, I watched the pigment thing, and I watched
Okay.
the other one.
Okay, you don't remember the names.
cows
Okay.
one.
So are your
Can't remember the names.
okay, Cowspiracy and all that. So are you almost vegan now?
I tried a vegan burger.
Good. All right. All right. But you know what? Veganism is actually not about food. Veganism is about making the decision to not hurt animals and then figuring out what to eat after. Okay?
Yep.
Okay. All right. By the way, do you have a particular religion?
No.
All right. Well, that's good. All right. So, at least you're not going to say that your religion tells you to hurt animals, right? You know that you shouldn't be hurting animals, correct?
Correct.
All right. All right. You're going to read this card here about leather. Leather is someone's skin. But while you look at this over here on TikTok, I've got a super chat over here and it's red. And this person writes, paid $49.99. And the person's name is Alex. Well, Alex, thank you so much for being so kind. Thank you very much. That's a very generous donation here. And I'm going to donate your particular money to an animal sanctuary. Okay, Alex? Because clearly you are an animal lover. Thank you very much for that. Good job. All right. So over here we have random vegan fact. Here you go.
Okay. Wearing leather is mean because you're paying for someone's skin to be ripped off. Someone who never got to grow old, never wanted to die for fashion.
What do you think about that?
I don't know, like that's... Are we talking about animals or actual humans? Because that card sounds like we're talking about humans.
Well, it says wearing leather is like you're ripping off someone's skin. So animals are someone.
Technically, we're being, like, serious here. When sheep are shaved, which is normal...
We're not
because it
talking
doesn't
about
hurt
wool.
them.
We're not talking about wool. We're talking about leather, which is someone's skin. Okay, if you have a soft leather jacket, that is a baby cow's skin that they ripped off of a baby cow after cutting off his head. So are you trying to tell me that you think it's okay to wear leather? It's okay to rip off someone's skin just for fashion? Is that what you're trying to say?
That's not what I said.
Okay, good. So you think you should stop buying leather, right?
I can't tell people what they want and what they don't want to do.
I
Like, that's
just
up to them.
asked. I just told you. What do you mean it's up to them? Why should it be up to them when there's a victim?
Because you're saying someone, an animal isn't someone.
Oh, well, what are they? A thing? Is an animal a pencil?
Technically.
Is an animal like a pencil?
No.
Exactly. So an animal is not a thing. An animal is someone. A dog is someone. A cow is someone. Okay, look, you know what? I'm going to let you go to think about that, okay? You seem to be having a hard time with just basic concepts. I don't know what on earth is going through your mind, But hey, maybe we'll go back to the flag. Maybe that is something that you could do. Oh, you've left. That's right. Okay, so let's go to somebody else. We have Roxy here. Guys, we're looking at the different vegan foods. We looked at white already. We did, that's pretty much actually all we did, white, and we were at the black part. Coming out as a vegan. Thank you to everyone who's coming out as a vegan. And we talked about the black foods that we could eat. Blackberries and pepper and black olives. Okay, hi there. Welcome.
Hello.
Hi. We're talking about different vegan foods, okay?
Yes.
All right. So do you know, you look in the comments over here on TikTok, and I'll look over here. Oh, I have a super chat. The person, it's from Ned H. Flanders. Hi, Ned Flanders. Thank you, Ned. I'm going to press a heart for that and a like button. Thank you so much. All right. All right. So vegan foods that are red. You look in TikTok and I'll look over here on YouTube, okay? Somebody wrote gay BLGBT. What's gay BLBT? You just took a picture. Couldn't you at least wait till I smiled?
Do you want to smile and I take a picture because I'm a big
No,
fan?
no, I don't care. No, just don't take a picture now, okay? You
Okay,
can take a
ma'am.
picture anytime, but
Okay,
now
I'm sorry.
we're working, okay?
May?
You're here as a teaching
Okay.
assistant. Look in the
Yeah,
comments.
but I have a problem. I have a problem and I want your advice,
Okay.
Can I
Okay,
See my
let's just do,
problem?
hold on, we were just doing a couple of colors and then we'll go to your problem, okay? We're just doing
Okay.
red. We're just doing
Okay.
red. We're doing, because
Okay.
we're trying to teach people what kind of foods to eat and to remind them that this is a liberation flag. And with this flag, we can go in the store and pick a whole bunch, excuse me, of foods, right? So we ran over
Yes.
white, which is tofu, cauliflower, white rice, and we said black was blackberries, olives, and so on. Red, vegan foods. Let me look down here. What do you have? Oh, I have tomato over here. Someone said tomato, and that was
I
Miss
have
somebody.
cherry.
Cherry, good. Cherries are vegan. Okay. And we also have, somebody wrote apple. Somebody named, I don't know your name, something cork something. Thank you for participating,
Strawberry.
guys. Pardon me?
Strawberry. Someone tasted
Strawberries.
strawberry.
Yes, strawberry. No, meat is not vegan because meat is someone and we're not eating someone. Okay, we're eating things. So don't write that again. Yep, strawberries and raspberries and red pepper, red currants. Good one. Hardly anyone ever says red currants. All right, we're going to just do one more color because our guest has a specific thing that she wants to say. Okay, let's look over here. We're looking at the brown color now, okay? We're going to list vegan foods that are brown. We're going to start with all the different kinds of nuts. Think of all the nuts. Nuts are high in calories, so you shouldn't eat too many of them, but they have lots of nutrients in them, so nuts are good. All right? Let me get,
Potato.
somebody wrote peanuts over here and potato. Good, potatoes are brown. All right, peanuts, another kind of nut. Someone wrote poop. Now, Noah, I don't know, maybe you eat your own poop, Noah, but I don't suggest anyone else does this, okay? Don't do this at home, children. Somebody here named Noah writes poop. Poop is not actually food. Technically, it could be vegan because it's not an animal, but don't eat it, okay? Noah, do I have to put you in a timeout? Now, come on. We're talking about brown vegan foods that we eat, okay? All right, so somebody wrote pistachio. Good job. Pistachios are vegan. Oh, I have a super chat that went flying by. Rosie Davy. Thank you, Rosie Davy. And Rosie Davy writes, thank you for teaching me. You saved me, Miss Katie. Ah, that is so sweet. Thank you. You know what? I'm going to take a screenshot of your comment because it was so nice. Okay, here we go. Oh, did I do it? I think so. Hold on. I took a screenshot and I have the dorkiest look. But thank you for your nice comment. Guys, when you make nice comments like this, I might actually take a screenshot and use them to make videos afterwards to talk about how cool you guys are, you know? Like this person actually donated $49. I never took a screenshot of you before. Let me take a screenshot of that one. Person's name is Alex Suck Cow. Sucks to have that name. You know, but what can you do? That's his name. I mean, I don't know. All right, so thanks again. And you had your particular question, right? What did you want to say?
So, when I was young, I wanted to be a vegan. Like I was probably like 12 years old, and because of my religion, and my religion is Muslim. I told my mom, and she told me like, yeah, of course I support you, but you cannot eat yogurt, milk, and eggs. And I was like a kid that I loved that stuff, so I wanted to be a vegetarian. But like vegetarian is like not a full vegan. Like you still eat yogurt, eggs, milk, and other kind of stuff. So I was gonna ask like, what can I do to like stop eating like not only meat but like yogurt, eggs, because like I love yogurt. But my mom, when she finds out that I'm like I wanted to be a vegan, she would be like, but no, the God gave animals to us to like eat them,
Okay.
not love them.
Okay, so tell your mother that she needs to change religions, okay? If she's Muslim and she thinks that Allah wants her to hurt animals, you got to tell her, Mom, you got to change religion. You need a new God. Go find a new God somewhere in the world. Just research all the rest of the religions. Because if your religion is telling you to oppress women and to oppress animals, something's deeply wrong there. Now you're an adult though now, right?
And not almost, like not yet, because I live in Switzerland. Like not almost.
Okay, well, I'm just going to be honest with you. On TikTok Live, you have to actually be over 18. So I'm going to just remove you, but I will address your question, okay? On TikTok Live, you have to be an adult, 18 or over. So you're asking me what to do. Well, like I told you, if you're a religion, if your mom is a Muslim and she's telling you that she thinks that Allah wants you to hurt animals, that's messed up. right? You do not have to do what your mom says. If your mom says that you have to wear a scarf on your face, you can tell her, I don't feel like it. You do not have to follow insane religious things. If your religion is telling you to hurt people or animals, it's time to leave. Change religions. Now, having said that, all right, you're asking me about different vegan foods and you're saying yourself you find it hard. Well, here's the thing. If you find it hard, I want you to think about the victims. All right? When I became vegan, of course I liked cheese, like everybody else. Of course I liked salami, I liked cheese. I used to like eating eggs all the time, all the same stuff that you do. I loved drinking cow's milk, but I stopped because it's wrong to hurt the innocent. I imagined myself in the place of the animal. And I just imagined somebody hurting me the way that we hurt the animals. And if you have empathy, if you're just a normal human being without being a psychopath, then you're not going to think about yourself. So like I said, you take your flag, your freedom flag, take your freedom flag into the store with you and fill it up with vegan foods. Stay away from the morgue part of the grocery store. Stay away from the cemetery part of the grocery store. Be vegan forevermore. All right, so you just don't get anything that's harmful. Oh, I have a super chat that went flying by. Hold on a second, see if I can catch it. Oh, here it is. Okay, somebody named Beautiful Adventure wrote, I'm a Christian. Okay, so you're telling me you're Christian, but you're not telling me if you're a kind Christian, like a real Christian. If you are a real Christian, you will be vegan and you will not be hurting animals. Real Christians are vegan. They don't pay people to cut the head off of innocent animals. So I want you to write another super chat and clarify that, okay? To make sure that you're understanding the lesson here. The lesson I'm teaching you is be kind and don't hurt anyone. All right, we'll get to the next person here. We have somebody named, Sparky with two crosses.
Hello.
Well, this is so exciting. I see you have 2 Christian crosses. So you must be vegan, which is wonderful. Thank you so much for that.
No, I'm not vegan.
What do you mean you're not vegan? You have a Christian symbol.
Yeah, but I'm still not vegan.
Well, you can't be Christian if you're not vegan. You have to be vegan if you're Christian because in the Bible it says that you should be nice and not cruel. But you're making too much noise, okay? You're in a classroom, sit still. Don't fidget, okay?
I'm not in a classroom.
Well, yes, you are. You came here. This is a classroom.
Actually, I'm in my bedroom.
Okay, well, we'll use your imagination, okay? Because you came here and this is a class. Okay, I don't know what you're doing in your bedroom, but I'm going to let you go, okay? Because you're making too much noise. And besides
okay, I'm
that...
just having a wank in my bedroom.
Yeah, that's exactly it. You know, you're literally saying you're having a wank in your bedroom, and you're representing Christians? How polite of you, how wonderful of you. You know what, though? I'll be honest with you. I don't think that God really cares if you touch yourself because, in fact, it's actually vegan, right? But touching cows inappropriately, that's not okay. All right, now you did have a card to read, and I'm sorry that you couldn't stay long enough to read it, but let's see if we get anybody else who's an actual Christian. Do not come in here with the little crosses, the little purple squares with the white cross in your name, and try to pretend that you're a kind Christian, because you're not. You're evil. You are no different than the devil who wants to hurt. If you are hurting animals, that's not the way to go, okay? You can do better than that. Real Christians are vegan. Let's go to the next person here whose name is Beggar. Oh, that's over here, by the way. Let's see. Oh, it's going a little bit slower. That's nice, guys. What does this say? Person says, I'm Christian and I'm a vegan. There you go. That's better. You see? Guys, on TikTok, someone on YouTube gets it. All right, hello.
Hello.
Hi, here's a card for you to read.
If you're not vegan, you're paying people to be violent. Okay, yep.
You have to read it out loud because you're a teaching assistant. Okay, we have
if you're
one
not vegan, you're paying people to be violent towards animals, which makes you as cruel as the murderer. Be better, be vegan, start now, art.
Okay, all right. So what do you think about what you just read here?
I think it's kind of true, but also, like, there's also that small bit that is false.
Let's talk about the part that is true. What part is true about what this says? What part is true?
The violence towards animals.
Right. So if you are paying somebody for a burger at McDonald's or a steak at the store, you are paying them to kill an animal and to put another one back there. It's called supply and demand. All right. So I want you, as a good person, to be vegan from now on. Okay.
Oh, I already am vegan.
Okay, wonderful. Good job. Thank you for coming in. I really appreciate you very much. Thank you so much, very much. I don't think that you're vegan, because a vegan wouldn't come in here and just spew the N-word. It's kind of messed up, you know? A vegan would never do that, because vegans are not assholes. Vegans are actually kind, and they don't believe in racism. You know, to be racist, that is, we believe in the concept of racism. But see, you're racist towards animals, and you also seem to be acting like you're some sort of a Christian person. Like, real Christians are not racist. Okay, we are kind people. We're not racist towards animals or people. And you see this little girl? Look, here I just got this whole thing set up for you guys to explain this concept. Okay, you see her? She's cute, right? And she's vegan. She doesn't eat pigs, and she doesn't eat dogs. She doesn't eat chickens. She doesn't eat cats. And she doesn't eat whoever this is. We don't know if this is what kind of an animal this is. I thought it was a little fox, but somebody said it's a puppy golden retriever. I don't know. But so this little girl, she's kind. Okay, she doesn't eat anybody. And she doesn't eat cows either. Maybe I can put this cow in here with her. I don't know if the cow will stay in here. Might make her fall over. Let's see. Aw, look how cute that is. We got the cow in there, all right? So she's vegan, and she's vegan, and you should be vegan too, okay? No more hurting animals, all right, guys? You got it? Easy, right? Don't be racist towards animals. Another way to say that is speciesist or speciesist. Don't be a speciesist. Now, when you guys were born, unfortunately, the first kind of racism you were taught is to be racist towards animals, to be kind to some and to be cruel to others. Now, look at all of these. Which ones do you eat? Do you eat the girl? Well, she's a kind of animal. You don't eat her? Good. Do you eat pigs? You shouldn't eat pigs either. If you don't eat girls, you shouldn't eat pigs. They are all sentient. They feel things. They don't want to be eaten. Do you eat cows? I hope not. Don't eat cows. Don't eat little girls. Don't eat pigs. And don't eat this little fox. Don't eat cats. And don't eat little chicks. Okay? Easy, right? You guys can do this. You can be kinder. You can be vegan. All right, let's get the next person in here. Now, we got Lewis. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much for the little decorations over here. And let me see if I missed any super chats. I'm so sorry if I did. Guys, I'm going to see if I can see any. Somebody wrote cow. All right, Vera, that's good you wrote cow, but you forgot to write some words in front of it. Okay, you forgot to write don't eat cows. Okay, so rewrite that. Guys, I'm going to give you guys some jobs. Because you seem to not know exactly what you're supposed to be doing. All right, I'll give you guys some jobs. You're just writing random shit here. It's not really helpful. Okay, no, you're just writing weird things like Jesus is Lord. That's not helpful. Okay, so person Emily, writing Jesus is Lord is not helpful. It's not making the world a better place. What's making the world a better place is to teach people. No rodeo hats, TikTok. Don't put a rodeo hat on my head. What's making the world a better place is to remind people what they can eat as vegans, all right? Everybody here is going to become vegan eventually. If you're a good person, you just have to learn what to do. So when you go to the grocery store, buy a wide variety of veggies, fruits, nuts, and seeds as represented by this flag. All right, so you guys so Emily, you wrote Jesus is Lord. I want you to stop that nonsense, and I want you instead to write plants have protein. Okay, write it 10 times on the chalkboard here. The comment section is like the chalkboard of the classroom. Okay, and over here I've got, let me see what else you guys are doing here. All right, we've got somebody who keeps putting rodeo hats on my head. Stop that. I want you right now to stop. Okay, stop paying money to TikTok to put a rodeo hat and a mustache on my head. I don't want that. Stop it. Instead, I want you to write something kind, or stop it. I said I don't want you to pay TikTok money. Why are you giving TikTok money? It's a huge corporation. Why would you pay money to put a rodeo hat on my head? Don't do that. Right? Instead, do something good. Write down over here. Put some comments that are positive, you know, or put the dancing fruit. At least that's nice. Okay. All right. So what's your name? Muriel, you stop putting the rodeo hats on my head, and I want you to write right now. Be vegan, not violent. Write it down in the comments. Be vegan, not violent. Write it 10 times. Okay, copy, paste it, and just spam it as much as TikTok will let you. Anybody over here? Okay, somebody named Talia also. Talia, I'm going to put you in timeout now for writing Jesus is Lord. Okay, that's not good. Okay, Jesus does not want you to waste people's time here. Jesus wants you to talk about how to save the animals, not writing Jesus is Lord. That's not helping anybody, right? Jesus is not that narcissistic that he needs you to write that for him. Okay, Jesus is a good guy. Obviously, he's vegan. The whole thing about the fish doesn't make any sense. Why would the nicest guy on earth ever hurt a fish? Okay. Now, just in case you guys are just joining us, here is the lesson of the day. Promote science, discourage religion, and strive to be vegan. Can you guys all read this? You can read that? Okay. I want you to write these things down. See, these are cute, 3 little sentences. Write down promote science. Okay, let me give the job to somebody over here. We've got Lily. Lily, I want you to write it down. Lily, Marcus, Frederick, you write down promote science, okay? You guys over here. We've got somebody named Janity Jax. Janity Jax, you're going for a timeout now. You're going to be put in a timeout for 24 hours because you did the exact opposite what I said to do. I said, write down, promote science, discourage religion. That's not what you did. You encouraged religion, which is encouraging people to think without actually thinking, to think stupid thoughts, to not use their critical thinking skills. All right? We want you guys to understand that smart people base their decisions on logic. And science tells us that being vegan is best for the planet. Science tells us that being vegan is best for the animals. Science tells us that being vegan is excellent for your health. You will reduce your chances of getting cancer, heart attacks, and strokes. So being vegan is absolutely the best way to go. Okay? All right, I'm glad we straightened that out. Now, if you guys need help, I'm going to look here, make sure, I'm just going to look at TikTok 1 sec. I'll be with you in a sec. Just checking on YouTube. Make sure everything's going well on the chalkboard here. Okay, Minecraft said that you wrote you don't want to be vegan, okay? So you're going in a timeout of 10 minutes because you are not allowed to write that you don't want to stop hurting animals. If you want to hurt animals, I don't want to hear about it. Do not write it in the comment section, which is like our chalkboard. You write positive things like, I want to be vegan, okay? So when you come back from your timeout after 10 minutes, write that. What's going on over here on TikTok? You want to hear a song? Oh, sure. For sure. Which song? Which song do you want to hear? How about the tofu song? Tofu Scramble. You want to hear that? Tofu Scramble.
Tofu scramble, it's so easy to do, woohoo! Eating eggs is so last century, nobody needs to, so here's what you do. Mash tofu, green onions, and celery in a pan, add black salt, turmeric, and spices, yes you can. Mix in some vegan mayo, now mix in a salty pickle. Yeah, that's the way to go, oh, woo! Tofu scramble, it's so easy to do, woohoo! Learn how to make it, cause saving animals will make them happy and will make you happy too. The egg industry's just a cycle of misery. Let's make the animal holocaust history. The egg industry's just a cycle of misery. Let's make the animal holocaust history. Tofu scramble, it's so easy to do, woohoo! Learn how to make it, cause saving animals will make them happy and will make you happy too.
Watch Dominion. That's the homework. Watch Dominion. I want you guys to write it in the comment section. Watch Dominion on YouTube. Let's get the next person in. Guys, we're talking to wonderful, beautiful, religious people here today. At the top of our list is somebody named Filthy Flowtree. I can't let you in with a name like that. Let me read you what you have. Hold on, I'll get my pencil here. Filthy Flowtree has only 10 followers. And no bio, and no pictures. Sorry, I can't let you in. I want to only speak to adults who are serious. We're looking for religious adults, anybody who has a religious symbol beside their name, or a symbol that says, or a name that says atheist, okay? We're talking to atheists. If you're an atheist and you are sane, let's talk. If you are a scientist, come in and let's talk. All right? If you're a doctor, nurse, lawyer, no matter who you are, as long as you are a kind person, you can come in to talk to me. All right, I'm here to help you to be vegan. Let's go right away to the next person here. And this person's name's Beggar. Why is your name Beggar? How come nobody has a normal name? Oh, here, Mia. Here's a normal name, Mia Louise. Let's talk to her. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Are there any super chats that I might have missed? I'm so sorry if I missed them, guys. Okay, oh, Steady Feather, you're going into timeout. You wrote Jesus is Lord, and Jesus would not be happy that you're disturbing the class. He's not that narcissistic that he needs you to do that, okay? You're going into timeout. You're going for 30 minutes. 30-minute timeout for you. Hi there.
Hello.
Do you eat cows?
Yeah, I love steak, I do, and bacon. God, I had the best bacon sarnie in the morning. Oh my God, I'm having steak for dinner as well.
Okay, so why do you do that? Why do you want to keep doing that besides the taste? Because everybody likes the taste, okay? So
it is amazing.
Yeah, of course, it is. It tastes amazing. Everybody agrees that. But is it right to do it? Is it right to hurt somebody who?
It is amazing. Yeah, I don't care. Fuck the cows,
You don't
mate.
care?
Fuck the
Okay,
sheep,
so
fuck the
like I tell you what, I'm
lady, I
gonna
don't
let's
care.
say a prayer then, okay? Let's get rid of you. We're gonna say a prayer, okay? Because we know God's good, right? And you just said something very evil and bad. You said you don't care if the animals suffer. So let's say a prayer to God to fix you, okay? Dear God, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, and all the rest of that. I don't really know the rest. It's been a while since I went to Catholic school. But anyway, dear God, in my TikTok just now was somebody who was very cruel and said she liked hurting animals and she didn't care. So I would ask for you to please treat her in the same way that she treats the animals. Will you do that for me? You do that? You will? Well, isn't that interesting? God just said he's going to answer my prayer for the first time. Never ever heard him before answer. Maybe God actually exists. Well, we'll see what happens. All right? We'll see if God ends up treating you the same way that you treat the animals. Seems to be that's what you want, you know. If you're okay with hurting the animals, probably means that you wouldn't want to be hurt yourself. I don't know. Normally somebody would not want to be hurt. But you don't seem to care. It's very bizarre. All right, we got, hey, Asmina and Ewan, thank you for the little roses. That's really sweet. Guys, I'm so sorry if I didn't get a chance to respond to all of you. But thanks to everyone who is kind. Yeah, we really appreciate that. And guys, remember that we're here to skip the meat, okay? Skip the meat and the dairy. You don't need any of it.
3, 2, 1, go. Skip the meat, skip the eggs,
Skip the dairy.
skip the milk, skip the cheese, be vegan with me. Skip the leather, skip the fur, leave animals alone.
They're sentient beings. They're not made of stone.
Skip the circus, skip SeaWorld, skip the rodeo.
Skip the circus.
Vegan is the right way to go. Skip feeling helpless like there's nothing you can do.
If I can be vegan, so can you.
Skip with empathy, skip the cruelty. Subscribe to my channel and be vegan with me.
All right, there we go, guys.
3, 2,
Oh, let me
1.
stop that. Thank you guys for coming, by the way. Thank you. Oh, we have a $7.99 super chat here. Person writes, hi, Miss Katie. It's Will. Hi, Will. Thanks for coming. It's really glitchy over here for some reason. I'm not sure why. Hold on, let me see if I can fix this. Let me see if I can switch networks. Trying to fix it. All right, guys, on TikTok, thank you for 1,100 of you guys who are here on TikTok. That I do appreciate. Let's go to the next person here. Now, remember, guys, don't say anything mean, because otherwise we're going to say a prayer to God that you get treated in the same way that you are telling people that you want to treat the animals, okay? Today we're praying. Hello.
Hello.
Are you a kind person?
Yeah, I work with special needs kids.
Okay. All right. So you must be vegan, right?
No. It's because of health problems. I'm anemic.
So
If I go without iron, I'm going to die.
what does your problem have to do with the animals? Why are you taking out your problem on them? Do you eat cats for your anemia? Which animals do you
That's
eat?
none of your business.
Which
If I
animal? Yes, it's my business. You came to my live stream to talk about animals and being kind to animals. If you have anemia, just take some iron pills like everybody else. Okay, there's no reason for you to hurt animals. Don't take out your problem on the innocent.
Do you understand that the capsules also have animal product in them?
No, they don't. Okay, so
Yes,
you
they
gotta you gotta do some better research than that. Okay, you can get iron pills that
Yes,
are
they do.
vegan. Okay, I'm
I
gonna
also
let you
have
go
bachelor's
because
in nursing, so
I'm sorry.
I have a bachelor's in nursing. So I
really?
know
Well,
what I
that's very
needed.
interesting that you having a bachelor's in nursing doesn't make you very smart, because you seem to not really understand that you can absolutely be vegan even if you have a low iron. There's many different ways around it. I'm also a registered nurse, and you don't seem to understand that having your problem is not the animal's fault. If you have an eating disorder or you have a thinking disorder, it's not the animal's fault. Don't eat cats because you think your iron is low. Don't eat dogs if you think your iron is low. Get yourself a vegan doctor, a vegan nutritionist, a vegan dietitian. Do not go through life stabbing innocent animals because you don't really understand how to take care of yourself, all right? All right, guys, well, it seems actually that our class is over. I just realized I'm looking at the time. Thanks, everybody, for coming in. I will be back in a couple of hours. I usually do 2 live streams a day. Thank you for being kind to the animals. Remember to take care of yourself. Be kind to the animals so that God is kind to you, if you believe in God. But if you're not kind to the animals, hell awaits you. Don't be cruel to the animals. Do not pay anybody to hurt them. Be vegan from now on. Every time I try to go, somebody puts a super chat in. Okay, it says here, let me just get this before I go. Okay, somebody writes, hey, it's me, Will. Hi, Will. Will writes, hey, Miss Katie, I missed your streams and I don't want anyone to hurt animals. Thank you, Will. Big hug for you, Will. Guys, this person, his person's name is Will. It's me, Will, and he's nice. You know, this is what we need, more good people on the planet. All good men should be striving to be as vegan as possible. Will is somebody who just wrote here that he doesn't want animals to be hurt, which is great. Thank you so much, Will. And I do appreciate what you wrote. And you're from Australia, I see. I see it says that you gave $7.99, which was very generous of you. You know, it's very nice of you to do that. Thank you so much. And I'm just going to press a heart on your comment. I'm going to press also a thumbs up. So there, boop, there we go. For you, Will. Thank you. I'll just do one more quick super chat here. Another talking to somebody on TikTok for a second. Thank you. Oh, somebody's coming in. Hi.
Hello.
Hi, are you a nice person?
Yeah, I like to think I'm nice.
You like to think so, but you're not?
Well, it depends on people's opinions, you know.
Well, I'm asking you, are you a nice person? What do you think? Are you nice?
Yeah, I believe I'm nice.
Okay, you're a good guy. All right, good. So you must be vegan, right? Or striving as hard as possible to be?
No, I'm not a vegan.
So are you striving to be vegan? Are you trying?
Not really, because the thing is, you spoke about religion and the Bible or anything like that, but nowhere in the Bible does it say be vegan.
Okay, so let's just not believe in the Bible then. Although it does. It literally says don't kill and don't steal. Those are 2 of the important 10 commandments. If you are killing, then you're doing something bad. You're not going to heaven. It says thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal. That means be vegan at every meal. All right, so you're a full-grown man.
Okay, so you're saying Jesus didn't eat fish.
I'm saying let's not believe in the Bible. I don't believe in the Bible. I think it's all crap.
But you're telling people to go to hell, so how do you tell people to go to somewhere you don't believe in?
Well, because they believe in it. I speak their language. Okay, so here's what's happening.
Doesn't make sense, yeah.
Okay, well, it makes sense to me, all right? I do whatever it takes in order to create kindness in the world and to create people's ability to trigger their critical thinking skills. So you know that this goes on, right? Are you aware of
The
this?
dairy industry. Yeah, I've seen a couple of videos on that.
Okay, so you're aware that when you drink cow's milk, that you're paying for rape. And are you okay with that?
I'm not paying for rape, and not
Yes,
all.
you are.
Not all milk farms.
They're all like that. They're all like that. Because they want to decide which bull gets to mate with which cow. And so everywhere you go in the grocery store, you are either trying hard to be vegan or you're being an animal abuser. So right now what you're telling me is that you're aware of this, but you still don't care. Or do you care and want to strive to be vegan? If you want to try and learn and I can help you, that's awesome. But if you're here to try to tell me that you don't give a shit, then I can't help you and you have to leave.
Yeah, well, like I said, there's no. I can actually help you because you
I don't need
have to
your help.
educate yourself.
I don't need your help. I'm here to help people become vegan.
And I'm
And
also trying to educate you
good,
as well.
good, listen to me, good men strive to not hurt women, right? Good men strive not to pin down females, right? Good men don't suck on cows. Okay, you're not a baby and you're not a cow. You're a full-grown man. It's time for you to be vegan now, okay? So when you're ready to talk about that, come back. Okay, I'm totally open to talking to you, but right now you really are a bit mixed up. Guys, thank you so much for being here. It is time for me to go. The class is over. We will be back though for part whatever. How many lives I've done, I don't know. I lost track. All right. Thanks, guys, for striving. Guys, I see you. I see you guys who are trying hard to be vegan. I see you guys. I see the wheels turning, and I appreciate that very much. Hold on. Did I get this one already? All right. Yeah, that was Will. Will, I got your super chat. All right, guys. So remember, promote science, discourage religion, and strive to be vegan. It's really easy. That's a great way to live your life. Don't follow a religion that tells you to be cruel. Do not follow people that tell you to be cruel. Do not pay anyone to hurt animals. They never did a single thing wrong to you ever. Be kind to animals, okay? And be kind to everyone else. All right, guys, I don't understand why I still have 1,200 people watching on TikTok when my internet is all totally glitchy. I don't know. You guys seem to apparently be seeing me, which I don't understand because mine is like... Let me try and read the comments. Hold on. Let me see. Okay, maybe if you guys have a specific thing you want to say, then I'll stay another couple of minutes. Let me see. If you have something you really, really want me to say, then put in the super chat, okay? Because it will stop. Oh, here we go. Okay, here's a super chat. Hold on. It is yellow, which means it's going to stay for a while. Okay, let me see if I can read this. Hey, Miss Katie. How have you been? How have I been? I've been okay. I've been all right, you know. Thanks for asking. Let's see what else you wrote. Earlier this week, you dismissed my comment on species saved from extinction in Brazil by zoos. Why is that? It's science. Okay. Because the reason I'm talking about zoos and why people should not go to zoos is because primarily zoos are businesses. Now, okay, I'll give you this. That occasionally there will be a zoo that will have an animal there that is rehabilitating, that for some, has been injured or whatever. But generally speaking, these are sanctuaries. It's not the same thing as a zoo. Zoos are there to make money. And we should not be promoting people taking animals out of the wild, forcing them to reproduce in conditions that we want. We should be encouraging people to give their money to sanctuaries where individuals are trying so hard to save so many animals. And usually it's just one person living on this little farmhouse in the middle of nowhere. And people know that they're a kind person, so they take in some horses, take in some cows and pigs, and next thing you know, they can't feed them. So it's much better to give money to sanctuaries than it is to zoos, okay? Does that help? Does that answer your question? Thank you guys for being here. Thank you very much, okay? Puntia, I hope I helped you to oh, okay, guys, I'm trying, but you keep putting these super chats on here. Let me see if I can get this next one. Hold on. 1 second, please. Okay, it's me, Will. Will, thank you for your super chat. It's yellow, so it's going to stay on the screen. Oh, thank you, by the way, on TikTok also. Guys, thanks for subscribing, by the way. I saw how many of you were subscribing. No, I don't support Daz Black. He's a terrible person. Yes, it's true. I am a registered nurse. Thank you for asking the question. Yes, it's also true that I am a teacher. All right. Thank you very much for subscribing to the channel. I do appreciate everyone who's subscribing. Will writes, the zoos treat animals bad. They make money to cure an animal when you can go in the wild to view it for free. Oh, they make money to view animals. Yeah, they take animals like elephants, and they take animals like giraffes, and they put them in these zoos. And these animals are suffering. It's like a prison to them. It's absolutely awful. You know, there are places that take penguins out of the wild and put them in this tiny room about the size of a standard classroom or something, which is absolutely horrible for these penguins. They're used to swimming miles. They can't swim. They can't get the proper exercise. They can't be free to meet who they want. They're stuck in like a prison with other penguins that they might not necessarily get along with. You know? So you're right, Will. It's just a money thing. You're right. If they go to shelters, where shelters are different places, yeah, where they can be rehabilitated and sent out into the wild, that's fine. But you know, we should all be looking at the sanctuary closest to our home and donating. Right? Thank you, TikTok. TikTok, you guys are being so awesome today. I really like the comments that you're writing here. This is great. Yes. All right, I'll get another person to come in and read a card, since that's what you guys are here. We're talking about circuses next, okay? We're gonna since there's a lot of people still here, I'll stay for a little while longer, okay? But not much. Maybe 3 more minutes, okay? This one is AFC Kenzie, who wants to come in. Hi, AFC Kenzie.
Hello.
Do you know how to read?
Yes.
All right, here's your card to read. You're a teaching assistant now, okay? You're helping me to teach the class. Can you please go ahead and read this?
Okay. Steak is very nice. Bacon
Doesn't
cooks well.
say that. Do you know how to read? You want to try again, or do you have too much meat in your head?
Yeah, that's my bad. I thought I was reading something else.
Yeah, okay. All right, try it again, all right? You can read it from there. I'll help you, okay? Vegans don't go to circuses that use animals because it's wrong to exploit horses, elephants, or tigers for entertainment, right? I'm sorry that your brain has too much meat in it. I'm sorry that your veins and arteries are clogged with too much high cholesterol and plaque. But you know, start to be vegan, and next time you come back, you'll probably have a better time reading. It'll be easier for you, okay? Practice to read out loud. Stay in the class, and when you see the cards up, just practice to read them. Okay, you can do it. You know, because all good men are vegan. You cannot call yourself a good man if you kill baby animals, or if you pay for what happens in the dairy industry, which is horrific. All right. Thank you guys, all of you, for being here. Thank you guys on TikTok. Big hug for you guys on TikTok, and a big hug for you guys over on YouTube. Thanks for striving to be as vegan as possible. And remember, if your religion is telling you to hurt animals, find a new religion. Okay? Science rules. Listen to your science teacher. Bye, guys. Thanks for being here. Bye, YouTube.